Hello and welcome to Bloke on the Range, and I finally got around to the SRA Etelä-Häme Hätila match footage from July 2023. First of all, I would like to thank the organisation for putting on a fantastic match. We helped run stage 6, so with all the festivities around the RO match, it was absolutely fantastic. Accommodation from the army, brilliant. The catering, thank you. Everyone involved, you know who you are. Many, many thanks. Now, I did this as in previous years with Jari of Varusteleka and Les of Polaris Worldwide Logistics and Pegasus Tests on YouTube. Unfortunately, we had a few technical issues with the usual sort of talk through discussion video, so that format is out. It's me in the corner of my living room on my little corner table. I will see what I can do with the footage. I might be able to resurrect at least the audios in sort of podcast format. No promises. I will see what I can do. Now, Jari and I went as a sort of, Finnish Wolverines sort of Red Dawn thing, both wearing the new Varusteleka green lightweight wool sort of summer weight shirt. The now unfortunately defunct Yama ChiCom rig made with M91 fabric. It's a shame that is gone, because it's a really cool kind of sick rig. I love it, and because it's sort of Wolverines, I've gone with the Finnish RK we have at home, which is a RK56 TP clone. For Americans, TP might be toilet paper, but in Finnish it means folding stock. And the too long didn't read about these is that they're Chinese Type 56-2s. They were bought around 1990, 1991-ish, I believe off the top of my head about 200,000 of them, to finally be able to retire the KP-31 submachine gun and the M39 Mosin and put the entire army on 7.62x39. So it's kind of the worst Finnish RK possible. This is a factory semi. It's actually from that era. It is Norinco commercial quality, not the gash tier that the Finns apparently had. That's another video for another time whenever that happens. And pistol wise, I have my Browning BDA-9, so the double action high power, which the Finns adopted as the P80 and is much beloved by Finnish reservists. They hate them. I don't like it, and I shot surprisingly well with it for once. I much prefer my Mark 1 high power. Anyway, let us take these stages in the order in which they come, or we came, more to the point. Now, the interesting thing with SRA is it's applied reservist shooting, it's scenario based, and you can approach it in various ways. And I'm a competition monkey coming from an IPSC background originally. Jari is still an active reservist, still does service days, service weekends. Les is an ex-US Marine. So you can either approach it from a gaming perspective, like me, or you can approach it from a more training perspective. And you'll see in some of these stages the difference in approach as a result. So, stage 6. So it's kind of prisoner scenario. You're zip tied with a pretty pathetic zip tie, bag over your head. You have a rifle with 10 rounds in it, pistol with 1 mag loaded. Any other ammunition can be put inside the building. You're actually free as to what you shot this with. Just the head cam, holster the pistol. You could shoot the entire thing with rifle or the entire thing with pistol, and some people did. But we shot this the way it was intended. 1 paper. 3 poppers at about 25 meters. In through the door. So, retain the rifle, take the pistol, clear it all up. And then I went and shot everything pistol-wise through the window so I eliminated the shooting position.
Are you finished?
Yeah.
Unload and show.
So let's see how Jari approached this, coming from a more tactical shooting background than me. So Jari is carrying the full 12 kilo TST weight, which I'm not. He shoots to a click, then slings the rifle, whereas I'd done it right at the start. Takes the pistol. Oops. And then he takes this target from here because he could see it, which is a much more tactical way of doing it, much less gamer way of doing it.
Ootko lopettanut? Valmis. Lipas irti. Yes, you can now go forward.
And now let's see Les.
Is shooter ready? Ready. Warm me up.
Les is shooting a Steyr AUG with the NATO mag well. And he's coming into this with a much more sort of room clearance feel to either Jari or myself.
Have you stopped it? Pick up the mag.
That was ugly.
So that was a very fun stage, and it's only the second year we've had that set up at Hätila with the shooting houses, and there's 3 of them now, which is absolutely brilliant. Where else can you go and do that kind of thing in Europe? Answers in the description below. Anyway, on to stage 7, which is DMR and pistol. DMR is a Car 21 in 308 by Enzio, and we've got 3 targets out of the backstop at about 400 meters, I think.
Ready. Ampuja valmis. Stand by.
So they take a while to fall, so I'm shooting them and then moving on, and I missed that one. I feel so bad about it. We have 5 rounds for these 3 targets. There we go. Draw the pistol. And I'm not shooting everything I can see from there. Like IPSC, you get a walkthrough. Here we've got a bunch of reactive targets and a bunch of paper. And then that shot to slide lock, and I have 15 rounds in these mags. Very bad Chinesium ammo pouches, just for the whole vibe. And then clear it up from here. I was quite happy with that.
Bit miffed about that miss on the rifle, but they take ages to react, so it's shoot, move on, and then come back and look. Oh well.
So let's see how Jari does. He nails him in 3. No, he doesn't. Takes all 5. And this is why we love Jari. He brought his own mock grenade to throw around the corner. So he's shooting a Glock with what appears to be a Holosun 509. Reload on the move. And that seemed pretty clean to me. So on to Les now. Is he doing it one for one? Yes, he does. Nice one. So then the military comes in. They're going down to a knee to get under the cover. Going down the trench, bent over, which of course I wasn't doing. Round the corner, I'd have reloaded. And that's why. Again, the military training kicks in, goes down to a knee. And then the last check.
I'm done.
That was on. That was very interesting. Tried to do the stage as tactical as I could. Probably didn't help time. Hopefully it helped accuracy.
So then we were on to stage 1, which is a mix of close up and far away with the rifle. And I am of course shooting absolutely stock AK iron sights. Barnell 7.62x39 ammo. I have zeroed this rifle about a year prior at 300 meters.
Shooter ready?
Yep.
Huomio!
So this starts well. And we have to put the safety catch on in movement here. You can see I've got a dump pouch and a med kit on my rig. God, the recoil on these things compared to ARs. Preemptive reload. And then there's 3 targets out there from about 280 to 350 meters, I believe it was, something like that. And given that I zeroed it at 300, I had the sight set to 400, taking a 6 o'clock hold, and nothing was happening. So I think, stuff it, I'll go down to 300.
This is the problem.
And the kind of failure drill when this happens is try and shoot at something near the targets. Oh, one went down there, where you'll see splash. So I'm shooting at the road, but unlike the previous year, the road was not kicking up dust. Or 2 years before, where I just left 2. You can't see the splash, basically.
Are you done? Yeah. Yes. Rata vapaa.
No idea on the long ones. Couldn't even see splash. I tried aiming at the road to see if I could see splash. Couldn't see any splash. So after a certain point, you're just wasting time and you're probably not going to hit. I hit one at some point. I'm not sure when, but I was trying up, down, left, right, and it just didn't go. And after a certain point, you just got to cut your losses. Take the penalties, cut the losses. Yeah, otherwise you're just there forever and no guarantee you're going to improve the situation. Oh well.
So one little point on the scoring here, it is Comstock scored, so it is points divided by time, IPSC style. It's not brutality, where leaving those two would probably have been a 60-second penalty each on a 3-minute maximum stage. That would have been quite substantial, but you can sort of work out in your head how many seconds the miss is the equivalent of, and after a point, there's no point in spending another 30 seconds to maybe get the 2 over on a stage with a hit factor like this. I can't remember the exact reasoning, the exact maths I worked through, but it was in my head. It was just like, there's no guarantee I'm going to improve this situation, and I'll just move on. So Jari now Also shooting an AK, a Russian AK with a rail and a red dot. And that makes a big difference.
Onko ampuja valmis? Valmis. Huomio!
So nail those first ones. So that AK is all mag pulled up. It just improves the ergonomics massively over mine. And he's got a brake, so it shoots way flatter. So it's still not easy. Not having done a preemptive reload. And there we go.
Lopettanut. Hypäs irti.
So there you can kind of see how the ergonomic and optical improvements help over a bog standard stock AK. Yeah, so I was a bit miffed at that, and I would have, if I'd had my SAR 80 with irons or my M16A1, those long targets shouldn't have given me any trouble, and certainly anything with a dot. Maybe one time I'll just stick a dot on this. Maybe a Magpul forend. The butt on these is pretty cool. So, on to Les now.
Shooter ready?
Ready.
Huomio!
So Les is shooting a red dot with a 3-power magnifier. It's kind of my go-to these days.
That the helm?
Modern Western rifle and optics. Oh, but he's forgotten something.
You want to continue? Have you stopped? Are you finished? Are you finished?
There we go. Ooh! This is why I did the preemptive reload.
Oh, are you finished?
Now I am.
I'll take up the map. Hacker told me that.
All right. Well, missing a couple of targets there and going back didn't help time, but this was a fun field fire course. I tried to do it tactically sound as possible. We'll see how that looks on video.
Okay, so I think stage 1 gave a good example of the 7.62x39 AK with its standard sights at range being very, very, very suboptimal. But right, so on to stage 2, which was our 4th of the day, and this one starts with a sort of intel thing. You have to read a code.
Bravo, 1, Zulu.
Cock the rifle, and then there's 4 fairly close steel. I missed the first one because my trigger control sucked. And then sideways through the woods, and there's a whole bunch of paper. And this is a little bit where 7.62x39 can be an advantage because 223 tends to tumble when it hits anything. And when you're scoring these targets, you find a lot of oval holes, a lot of sideways holes, which count, but... And then we've got some mid-distance shots down here, sort of 120 to 150 odd meters, and surprisingly I'm struggling with them. But the sights on a standard AK are so coarse. Up to 50 meters, they're absolutely fine. I mean, as a sort of brush gun, sort of jungle thing, which was, of course, the first time Western armies came up against AKs in large quantities, was in Vietnam, and they were, in fact, mostly Chinese Type 56s. But once you get any reasonable distance, just the configuration of the sights is just horrible, and all those FUDs that say, oh, I prefer open sights over apertures, they're just clearly not shooting very well in the first place, because the difference is massive.
Somehow.
Okay, if Finnish unloads, you can clear down. All Steyr. Yeah. Barrel up. Woo! Nice! Rata vapaa!
Those
Aika 9121.
targets with that rifle and those sights. Awful.
9121.
So let's see how Jari does.
Bravo! 1. Zulu!
Easy. Red dot sights are fantastic for that sort of thing. You can see how so much flatter that shoots than mine. I see a little of a splash this time. I'm still struggling, but having an easier time of it than I did. AKs, man. So again, we see the limitation of the 7.62x39 AK, even when dolled up in having me drug backwards through a tactical catalogue in a way that Zigo of Poland Tactical would approve of. It was real wishing for a Western rifle, not going to lie. So how did Les get on stage 2?
In the open, advancing in our position, approximately 250 to 300 meters. Preparing to attack, time is 13:45. Bravo 1 Zulu.
Struggling more than I'd anticipated. But the trigger on that thing is mushy.
If finished unloads, you can clear. If clear, hammer down. Barrel up. Rata vapaa! Aika 6.85.
So AUG trigger sucks absolute balls.
6.85.
Every miss was because I just had trouble with the trigger and jerked it off target. Otherwise, I think I did that fairly tactically sound. Did the salute report at the beginning for the training value, and we'll see how it turns out score-wise.
Okay, stage 3.
Ready, stand by.
Now this was actually one of my best performances. I believe I was top in 7.62 standard, so iron sight 7.62 by 39. They have special categories for 7.62 by 39 because it's the service cartridge and it's behind the curve compared to 223. So there's a whole bunch of paper, there's a whole bunch of reactive targets, and then I went for a preemptive reload. Now what's interesting here is we all approach this differently. So I went for a left side stance. I just had to shoot 2 reactive targets. Got a decent cadence on that. Then you had to drag a dummy such that it was completely over the line, and I failed. So I got a penalty there, and then you clear up the paper here. Such a cool stage.
Are you done?
That went better than expected. What?
You got one.
Okay, Jari's stage 3 now. I tried to encourage him to shoot a stock AK and he said, I don't shoot garbage tier guns, so fair enough. I think he might have left one standing there. Then Jari goes over for a right side stance. Was that brake kicking up dust? He gets the dummy well over. Yeah, the preemptive reload at the start was definitely worthwhile. Okay, Les with the AUG.
Ready. Warm me up.
I'm not sure I'd have been using the magnifier on this stage, to be honest. And Les goes for a conventional prone with a canted rifle. Oh. Again, preemptive reloads are definitely worth doing.
Have to stop it. Take out the mag.
All right, got a little bloodied up because I forgot my gloves, but it felt solid. Let's see what the scores say, but that was a fun stage.
So on to stage 4 now, rifle only and in a shooting house.
This one's close enough for Kalashnikov work.
Make ready. Let me know when you're ready. Yeah.
Ready?
Ready, stand by.
So watching the muzzle angle here, and then just running in, so much fun. Preemptive reload, yeet that thing onto the floor. And of course I just charge out as a gamer monkey and blitz them. That was amazing fun.
Yeah, I like that. That was fun.
This is also right up Jari's street as well, so let's see how he got on. So he's coming in far more tactical, room clearing, slicing the pie. Whereas I just charged in like crazy. So this is costing a lot of time in the stage, but this is much more training value if you're into that, which Jari is. Ooh. Okay, let's see how Les does in a more tactical way than either of us.
Shooter ready, stand by.
Goes under the window. Ah, some aggression there. I'm just waiting for the click now. He checks, there's nothing. Ooh, stoppage. Again, we see the advantage of anticipating the reload.
All right. Well, most untactical reload in history. Walked outside, targets everywhere. Tried for the best tactical. Sometimes the situation just sucks balls and you make the best of it.
So I think that's a very nice illustration of the difference between idiot gamer monkey, IPSC type, just runs in and it's all for the fun of it, and two guys taking it rather more tactically, which is kind of cool. It's got something for everyone. This discipline, I love it. Okay, stage 5, our final stage, and for once we're starting with the pistol loaded and made ready, and there is a stage prop, which is a dummy grenade, which we have to post.
Ready?
Second.
Ready?
Shooter ready, stand by.
Post it, out comes the fire, and then I cock it, because I'm so used to doing that. It's the first time we've had a loaded and made ready start with a pistol. And despite the fact I don't really like this pistol, I don't shoot that well with it normally, this is flowing, this is actually going quite well. Craptastic pouches. I'm even shooting on the move with it, which is unlike me. And then the last few shots have to be shot one-handed through the opening there.
Fire it on the trunk. We are done. 3, 3, 8, 2.
First stage where we have loaded and made ready, and of course I go back to everything we've been doing and I cock it. Doesn't matter.
Now, unfortunately, we're missing Jari for stage 5, but I'm sure he rocked it. Let's go on to Les.
Pick up a grenade to your weak hand. Let me know when you're ready. Ready. Shooter ready. Stand by. Ready, go!
He looks surprised to have taken them over in 2 there. And then we get some slicing the pie and engaging the targets as soon as they're visible.
Coming out! Coming out!
And he did it without a reload.
Are you done? Done. Unload material.
Advantage of bigger mags.
Woohoo! Perfect ending! Alright, this is CQB with pistol. This stage was absolutely awesome. This was stage 5. So probably not going to have the greatest time you've ever seen on this, but I went through it tactically proficient. I parred my corners, got my targets in tactical priority. Also, a couple times got caught in the fatal funnel, but when the target's right there, you got to deal with it.
There now follows a brief public service announcement. If you're watching this video on YouTube, wouldn't it be great if there was somewhere on the internet regrouping the best gun nerd content in one place, free of demonetizations and insta-bans, and enabling you to watch it either on desktop or on most major platforms including Apple, Android, Roku and Amazon Fire? Well, now there is. Go to weaponsandwar.tv and sign up for $9.99 a month or $99 a year to enjoy and support the work of all these great channels in one convenient package with cross-channel collections, feature weeks and other cool features you won't find elsewhere, and better video quality. There may even be a discount code for the monthly subscription active right now. Check the main page of weaponsandwar.tv to find out. If that's not for you, the traditional options of Patreon and Player are of course still open, links in the description, and we're always grateful for a like, a subscribe and a salty comment to feed the algorithm. Many thanks for your support in whatever form it may be. Now, back at the plot. So, that was that. Now, in terms of my gear, how it performed with me, obviously the Varusteleka shirt and the tactical jeans performed as usual. As I mentioned going through, I shot this horror bag of a pistol rather better than I anticipated. The ChiCom rig, you see why they were and are so popular, and I did have to do a little modification on it. I had just little bits of elastic because the loops are a little bit too big and have the tendency just to fall open on their own. So I've got the toggles secured a bit better, and there's a sort of particular way to manipulate them to get them open. But this is unironically good, unironically cool, and I have actually shot unironically with the chest rigs since. Not, oh yeah, it was that one. It was that one. I was shooting a pistol caliber carbine classic match with a cutoff date of 1960, and I shot my Sterling with the mags sticking out of that. Those mags are really long and stick out, but yeah, no, I am now convinced by simple chest rigs. They're very comfortable. The rifle, aside from the accuracy issue, and when shooting it at 300 meters in the past, it didn't seem that bad, but then that's on a well-defined target on a 1 meter backer. Real targets out in the countryside like that, those sights just suck. If I were to say what would be the one thing that would improve its performance, it would be a red dot. That would be the first thing I would do. Second thing I would do would be a better handguard, because these are far too short and skinny. The butt is great. It runs perfectly. I have no doubts of how it runs. The trigger is okay for AK. A better match unit. Giga would put a better match unit in it, of course. And a muzzle brake. Probably in that order. I'm not sure, but the biggest one would be a dot to improve things. Anyway, there you are. I hope that was at least vaguely interesting. If you managed to make it this far through the video, thank you so much. Please consider liking, subscribing, or joining us on the app. And links for everything in the description as usual. And see you again sometime. Bye.